Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to the Raw review for February 10th, 2017. We started day one of the Superstar Shakeup. It will continue over to Smackdown Live tomorrow night. The show opened up with two of Raw's biggest acquisitions in Miz and Maurice and Dean Ambrose. I did not see this. I actually missed the first 35 minutes of the show, but that happened. The Revival also beat the New Day. I did not see. And Big Show welcomed Kurt Hawkins to Raw with a KO punch. TJ Perkins took on Austin Aries. During the match, Neville walked down the ramp. Austin Aries was distracted and got a 9 count on the outside. He almost got counted out. TJ then rolled him up as soon as he got back in the ring, and he beat him. And then while Aries was distracted with Neville, TJ got back in the ring and attacked him, hitting the detonation kick. Seth Rollins came out and said he's glad to be back in a ring. He said he actually did it. No, we actually defeated the King of Kings. He says he's just getting started. He calls out Samoa Joe and says he wants the Universal title. And he says he may not get those kind of opportunities because of Stephanie going through the table, because that's his fault. He says he could easily just take the easy route and accept Stephanie's offer and go to SmackDown Live. But he's taken the easy route too many times, and he is here to stay on Monday Night Raw, and he's not leaving without a fight. Kurt Angle comes out, says it's his job to put on the best show, and his show has Seth freaking Rollins on it. Samoa Joe then comes out and attacks Seth from behind. Charlotte versus Nia Jax. Nia completely dominated. She hit 2 elbow drops on Charlotte's spine, got a 2 count. Charlotte hit the natural selection, got a 2 count. And then Nia hit a Samoan drop for the win. This was phase 1 and signs that Charlotte is going to SmackDown. We'll get to phase 2 in a second. Jinder Mahal versus Finn Balor. Why? Because who the fuck cares? Finn hits a drop kick. Jinder then hit this massive forearm and dropped Finn. Finn then hit a Pele kick, sling blade, coup de grace for the win. It was a decent match, but Finn won, obviously. After the match, Bray then pops up on the screen and announces that he's on Raw. Because why not fuck Bray over when you just got him good, you know? And says he's coming for Finn Balor. So he should run. And then they announced some other Raw signees that aren't good enough to be on the actual show, I guess. Apollo Crews, Kalisto, and Heath Slater and Rhino. Kalisto makes sense because he can easily just join the 205 Live and Cruiserweight division that way. Apollo, I mean, he's probably still not going to get used. And Heath Slater and Rhino, I don't know what they're going to do with him. Next was Miz versus Sami Zayn. I don't like that Miz is on not on SmackDown. I think him and Daniel Bryan should have kept that feud forever. And Miz should have got WWE title, because he's definitely not getting the Universal title. He's definitely not getting that. He's definitely not ever going to get that. Sammy knocks Miz off the top rope. Then gets hit by a DDT. Miz hits the yes kicks, which then gets reversed into a blue thunder bomb. Gets a 2 count. Maurice pulls Miz out of the ring from a haluva kick. Sammy gets out of the ring, and when he goes back in, Maurice holds onto his legs while he's getting in the ring. Miz then goes for the skull-crushing finale, which Sami Zayn reverses into a roll-up for the win. Sami Zayn is probably going to SmackDown Live, which I am all for. I am all for that. All for that, especially since they showed a picture of the rosters after all the trades and stuff from just today. There's like 57 people on Raw and like 13 on SmackDown at the moment. The Club and Shining Stars versus Cesaro, Sheamus, and the Hardys. During the match, during the Hardys' entrance, the Drifter walked up on the stage, and that was it. Like, he just walked up on the stage. The match was honestly kind of boring. One, they took a commercial break, and that was the majority of the match. Poetry in motion, over the top ropes, taking out everyone. Twist of Fate into a Swanton Bomb for the win. Hardys and Cesaro and Sheamus get the win, and then they shake hands. And here's phase 2 of Charlotte. Sasha comes out and says she has unfinished business. She brings out Bayley. Bayley thanks everyone for being by her side. Sasha asks for a Raw title shot. Alexa Bliss comes out, announces that she's on Raw. Mickie James comes out, announces that she's on Raw. Nia attacks Mickie from behind, throws Sasha out of the ring. Samoa drops Bayley and holds up the title. Even though she had just started a feud with Charlotte, she's holding up the title again and saying, "This is my title, Bayley." So, Charlotte's going to SmackDown. Charlotte's going to SmackDown. I'm okay with it. I am. Especially since Alexa and Mickie James just left. Why not? And then we had Dean Ambrose versus Kevin Owens in a champion versus champion match. The fact that we can have a champion versus champion match better mean that Kevin Owens is going to SmackDown Live. Now, I don't really want Kevin Owens to go to SmackDown Live. Like, I'm okay. Well, it doesn't really... Well, actually it does, because that breaks up the Triple H faction. Like, with Samoa Joe. But... depending on how long they wanted to do that, I don't know. Oh, I forgot. We'll talk about that after this. But, yeah. If Kevin Owens doesn't go to SmackDown Live, and Raw gets the Universal title and the Intercontinental title, fuck that. The match eventually goes outside, then it goes to commercial break. Dean runs into the turnbuckle, 2 count. Dean gets thrown outside of the ring, 8 count, reverses the senton, suicide dive, neckbreaker to Owens, sits Owens on the ropes and then clotheslines him right off of him. Owens goes outside, Dean hits an elbow from the top rope, and then hits Dirty Deeds for the win. Chris Jericho comes out and hits a codebreaker on Kevin Owens. And that's how the show ended. It's pretty good, I guess. A lot of debuts. 1 NXT call-up, technically, if you want to count that. But what I forgot to talk about, because I don't write down backstage segments. I don't exactly know why I don't. But Michael Cole and Roman Reigns had a sit-down interview. During the interview, Braun Strowman attacked Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns got beat so bad that he was put on a stretcher. Braun took the stretcher, threw it off a ledge, and then Roman was put into an ambulance, and then Braun flipped the ambulance over, and it was probably the greatest segment I've ever seen in the history of segments that I've ever seen. I don't know if that means Roman's going to SmackDown. I hope it does. I hope it does, because there's too many big names on Raw. Especially now, with The Miz and Dean Ambrose going over there. Yeah, you got Shinsuke, AJ, John Cena. John Cena's not going to be there for right now. So you got AJ, Randy Orton, Shinsuke. Because you took Bray away. You took Dean away. You took Miz away. So you need Kevin Owens to go over. You need Sami Zayn to go over. You need Roman Reigns to go over to make up for those. It'll only make sense. It will only make sense. But, anyway, that's going to be it for today. Day 2 of the Superstar Shakeup is tomorrow. And, yeah, hopefully, we'll, maybe DIY will debut. Because they teased the SmackDown Live debut last week. Maybe they'll do it this week. But anyway, that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Camp Count Cody, and I'll see you guys next time. Toodles.